Borderlands is a series developed by Gearbox Software and published by 2K Games. Its core gameplay mechanics include shooting various types of guns, looting better and more interesting gear off of defeated enemies, and picking specific talents to enhance and augment your special ability. The series has had great success both financially and critically, and is well loved by many gamers. However, it is not a serious game. In fact, it's a very silly game. Bipedal guns and satire aside, the good people at Gearbox decided that they could use their large player base for the greater good, and thus Borderlands Science was born. Developed in conjunction with McGill University, Massively Multiplayer Online Science, and the MicroZeta Initiative, Borderlands Science is a puzzle game that helps the real-world scientific community map the human gut microbiome. This allows them to better understand how it can affect humans in various aspects of life, from food to medicine and exercise. They do this by using public participation in scientific research, more commonly known as citizen science. The game is very easy to access, provided you own a copy of Borderlands 3. You simply board the Sanctuary 3 or play until you unlock it, then walk to Dr. Tannis' medical bay and approach the machine in the corner.
I've missed you, little friend.
You look tough. No friend.
The game is also easy to play. You have a set amount of spacer tiles which you insert underneath the color tiles. You simply place your cursor over the color tile you wish to shift upwards, and click. This shifts the tile you selected and all tiles above it up by 1. To remove a spacer, simply click it and everything falls back down. The goal is to line up as many tiles into the appropriate rows as shown on the left of the board. It's not possible to make it so that every tile is in the correct row, so it becomes a game of how to maximize score rather than to arrange everything perfectly. Borderlands Science exists in part because computers aren't perfect at organizing DNA data and make lots of small mistakes that can corrupt subsequent analysis. These puzzles are helpful as you're identifying errors in real-world computer analyses. The microbial ecosystem in the human gut is very sensitive, and its disharmony is linked to numerous diseases and conditions, including diabetes, depression, autism, anxiety, obesity, and more. By mapping the gut microbes, scientists hope to be able to better understand this ecosystem, which may help future research into novel treatments and interventions. This stated goal is a major reason why some would consider Borderlands Science to be a serious game. To demonstrate why Borderlands Science is a serious game, we must first define what a serious game is. A serious game is a game designed for a primary purpose other than pure entertainment. This typically manifests in a form of education or training, but can also manifest in the form of physical therapy, political activism, or attract attention to an important but unglamorous topic. Lastly, there also exist serious games that serve to gather data from input from the players, known in this case as citizen scientists. They serve to help gather data, such as in Sea Hero Quest, a game that gathers data on how players navigate, or in the case of Borderlands Science Unfolded, the players perform relatively mundane tasks that a computer otherwise would not be able to handle, such as organizing DNA sequences or folding proteins. By playing Borderlands Science, you can contribute to real-world scientific research. More than half of the cells in the human body, 57% roughly, are foreign microbes. They have a massive impact on the health of the human body. The more we study microbes, the more we can learn about the human body. Microbes have unique DNA, with similar species of microbes having similar DNA. If we can sequence the DNA in microbes found in the human body, we would learn a massive amount about how the body functions. The MicroZeta Initiative collected tens of thousands of samples of feces, extracted the microbial data found inside, and sequenced it. The only problem is that computers are not very good at organizing the DNA data. Due to the ambiguity found in similar sequences of DNA belonging to similar species of microbes, mapping the sequences becomes difficult. Small mistakes by the computer can corrupt data further down the line. But how does this tie into video games? Simple. Crowdsourcing. By having several players complete puzzles, it allows the scientists to not only correct data, but to also gather information about how humans solve these types of puzzles, allowing scientists to better refine their computer algorithms. This is very similar to another serious game, Foldit. Both use the unique ability of humans to intuitively have an understanding of puzzle solving and what seems right in terms of maximizing the efficiency of a solution. Computers often struggle to see the big picture in terms of such puzzles, but humans are able to grasp it even without much training. A computer is only able to see things the way it's programmed, but humans are able to see things multiple ways, and that allows for different solutions to the same problem. Being able to have a large number of different solutions is very valuable, since it can show trends, which will allow researchers to gather data on how humans solve these puzzles in order to train a computer to be able to solve it for what seems right to a human. While Borderlands as a whole remains a decidedly not serious game, I hope the aforementioned reasons are clear enough to prove to you that Borderlands Science is not just a serious game, but also a game for the greater good.